2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Our featured matchup tonight out in Toronto, where the Raptors will be going up against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, one thing they've talked about, sustaining focus on the defensive end, allowing no easy shots, trying to be disruptive, maybe causing some turnovers that can lead to easy buckets in transition. Great center matchup tonight, Shaq. I know you've been waiting all day to watch this one. One of the best low post players of all time in yourself. Give us your thoughts on why the stretch five has become so popular.
Well, in a lot of offenses these days, floor spacing is king. And what you see now, you see a lot of bigs are practicing shooting the three more than ever.
Yeah, even the younger centers, you think of Towns and Cousins and Embiid, as powerful as they are, they love to stay on that perimeter and shoot that three ball. So it's hard to stay on the floor right now if you can't shoot it.
Yes, you came into the league at the right time.
No, I would have made them revert back to
you'd have a hard time getting off the bench these days, Shaq, because you didn't shoot the three ball well.
Shaq on the bench don't even sound right together. That's like peanut butter and tar.
That can be pretty tasty.
No, that doesn't sound right together, Ernie.
No, it doesn't. I'm just kidding, big fella. Wasn't it funny? Did you find that amusing?
You hurt my feelings, Ernie.
Did you hurt? Come on.
Don't talk
Give
to me
a
for
big
2 seconds. La 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 la.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. We're in Toronto for some Raptors basketball. The home crowd is ready to go. And the front court matchup, definitely, Clark, one to watch. It could be a battle of wills tonight in this one.
I agree with you there. They both got tremendous skill, but it comes down to the mentality. And I'm interested to see who actually wins the battle of wills, asserts himself the most and most consistent.
Sometimes it is the battle more than just what you got talent-wise. It's what you're thinking upstairs, your focus, and how you approach it.
Yeah, the mentality, and sometimes being physical starts with your mentality.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Orlando. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. And it's Isaac in at the three spot. And it's Leonard missing. And there's the pass to Gordon. Augustine against Lowry. Tries it from 19. Augustine, that's good. Augustine's got his first bucket of the night. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Really left alone that time.
You know, Kevin, Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, in his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Now, here's Fournier. Offensive rebound. Vucevic. And Gasol sends it back. And they're on the break. Here's Siakam. And it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. The Magic have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Augustine kicks to Isaac. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Vucevic. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And Vucevic is a guy who constantly keeps defenders guessing when he has the ball deep in the post. Just an excellent finisher at the rim.
Now here's Gasol. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
Pass to Fournier. Here's Vucevic. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Boy, you look at the wingspan of Vucevic and it covers a lot of territory. Not many defenders catch up to his release. And his mere presence on defense is disruptive.
First free throw is good.
You know, guys, Nikola Vucevic is a very skilled big man out of USC. He rebounds well, scores it from inside, and has a nice touch. He's got a really well-rounded offensive game as a center. Even added a 3-ball to his repertoire recently to further stretch out interior defenses.
He's perfect from the line this time. And with Vucevic, he's an established scorer, but also a very unselfish player.
Yeah, he's a very smart player, too. A big guy with nice mobility, excellent hands, passes well for his position, works inside out. And as he continues to mature, I think you can see Vucevic leaning more and more on his ability to set others up out of the post rather than just looking for his own shot.
Poked away.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
So timeout called here. The first
Vucevic shows on the offensive end. I mean, he can erupt for big scoring nights if you don't keep him in check. And it gives you a little bit of everything from an offensive standpoint.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Evan Fournier. Now here's Leonard. Passes it to Siakam. Gasol's in the post. Vucevic defending. Count that one. Guys, Vucevic doing more shooting from range the last couple of years, further improving his versatile offensive game.
Yeah, and when he was younger, he got his points by going to work on the block. Still can do that, but now prefers to float outside and stretch the defense. Very soft touch on that jump shot, no matter if it comes from inside or out.
Toronto trailing. There's Green with the 3. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Ross with a wide open look gets the 3-pointer to fall. Ross has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 3-pointer, Lowry. It's hauled in by the Magic. Here's Isaac, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And for a near 7-footer, Isaac is remarkably agile. I mean, he's gazelle-like with his agility. Solid at knifing inside and does a good job driving to the goal.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Some changes for Toronto. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Siakam. Norman Powell comes in for Green, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. Carter Williams, he's checked in for Orlando. There's a minute 47 left here in the opening quarter. Ross kicks to Carter Williams. Gasol against Vucevic. Over Gasol. And it's Vucevic missing. Raptors trail by 7. Here's Leonard. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And that's solid defense, rock solid, contesting without fouling. Well done.
We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. Orlando moving the ball around. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, He's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Orlando. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is
shots.
earn those tough points in the paint.
First one falls for him.
And, you know, last season the Magic fell short of their goals, dealt with a lot of injuries, and just had a lot of holes in their roster, too. What was an uphill battle to begin with became really an impossible one.
And so Gasol nails them both. And as you said, the Magic last season dealt with numerous injuries.
Yeah, you know, the fact of the matter, Kevin, is the Magic just didn't have enough talent to compete either, in spite of the injuries. Rebounding the ball was an issue, and they didn't have any area of the game that they were really great in.
Ibaka, no luck. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Ross kicks to Carter Williams. Second chance shot. Gasol with the rebound.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Yeah, and for mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Carter Williams. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gordon. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Magic out in front. They lead by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Marc Gasol so appreciated by his fans, and certainly a lot of Spanish-speaking fans excited about his success.
It's fun. You see more fans on the stands that speak Spanish, even if they're from Spain or Argentina, Mexico, whatever they're from. They support the Spanish-speaking people, and they love the game also.
And great to see so many different cultures and countries embrace the game.
Yes, and with players like Gasol having so much success, I think it helps give those Latino and Spanish-speaking fans a connection to the NBA.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
Leonard and Ibaka are the forward pairing. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Now here's Leonard. Out to Ibaka. Pass to Gasol. Now here is Ibaka. It's rebounded by Carter Williams.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Here's Van Vliet. Sinks the triple. Van Vliet's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Clark, agility is such an important thing for players to have, obviously. When you look at the offensive end, knowing that agility has that upper value, who are some of the more elusive players you see in the game now?
Man, I don't think there's any more elusive player in the game than Steph Curry. I tell you, he's not the most athletic, he's not the fastest, but he is the slipperiest guy to try to keep a handle. His ball handling, his shot making, his change of pace. I throw Kyrie Irving in there as well. Kemba Walker, diminutive in size, but boy, is he hard to keep corralled. And Lou Williams, one of my favorites. One of the great scorers, maybe one of the greatest scorers ever, under 6'2" in the league.
Some terrific names there. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Kyle Lowry is a player who has worked his way to stardom. He says, I still feel like I can be better. I'm never satisfied. My team is good, but I think the best I can be is a champion. There is no other goal in basketball. Guys.
D.A., that's how you truly create a legacy. Here's Fournier following the basket by Marc Gasol. Feeds to Gordon. Back to Fournier. Shoots over Powell. Another miss by Orlando.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. Oh, great ball movement there.
The Magic have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. And Greg, one of the stories that had started developing since last season was the talk of Kawhi Leonard wanting out. Too many soured relationships.
Requesting a trade. Pop and the Spurs tried just about everything they could to convince him to stay. Probably the most drama for a team known for not having any drama.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Siakam is checked in for Gasol. Green comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Kyle Lowry in for Fred VanVleet. Here's Gordon. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot, and Vucevic throws it down.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Lowry passes to Siakam. Here's the three. Lowry can't get it to go. The Magic have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Fournier with the ball. Now Green defending. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Terrence Ross is checked in for Aaron Gordon. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Fournier against Green. 4 on the clock. Here's Augustine, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
And I think this is an area where Augustine is deadly, a high percentage mid-range shooter.
Lowry against Augustine. Outside Leonard. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Isaac. Orlando leading. Fournier goes in. Buries it down low. Fournier's got his first basket.
And the tricky Fournier, never afraid to let the floater fly.
And the Raptors call time here.
And not surprising, obviously.
I mean, the effort hasn't been there, just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. And again, Toronto no up.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Back to Augustine. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Green against Ross. Vucevic is screen on Green. No good from Ross.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it. But you know what? He didn't. It happened.
Now here is Augustine. Picked by Vucevic. Augustine passes to Vucevic. Pulls up on the elbow. Misses off the right iron. Raptors trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
3-pointer, Lowry. Mark that as his 5th miss in 7 shots.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Well, you're maximizing your possessions. That's the critical thing here, and they've got to make sure the timing is right, though.
Now here's Ross. 3-pointer Augustine. The 3-pointer is right on target. Augustine's got 7.
Yeah, and Augustine continues to get it done from deep, Kevin. A consistent 3-ball shooter who gets his shot up in a hurry.
Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Drills the 3-pointer. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
There's the pass to Vucevic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Free throw drops for Vucevic. So both teams changing it up here. That one misses. And Green puts up a deep 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Magic lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to you, I guess.
And you.
Not you.
Not him?
You.
Oh, her, for sure.
Them.
Yes.
This is Ernie Johnson. That's Kenny, that's Shaq. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A tremendous start for Nikola Vucevic. He had 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 steal. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the 3, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the 3 ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
We return now to Toronto with a fantastic look at sunset at the downtown skyline of Toronto, Ontario. Wow, what a great view. Here we go now, the start of the 3rd quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Yeah, he squatted on that paint area and owned it, perfectly using his size and that soft touch inside. That's a heck of a combination, strength, size, and soft touch. Nice.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Magic leading by 4. So on the floor for Orlando. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. And it's Isaac in at the small forward position.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. Does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
Now Isaac. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Isaac passes to Fournier. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists now in this one. And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
He is a bulldog. I mean, he scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position, and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 9. It's stolen by Vucevic. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Magic making a switch here. Carter Williams is checked in. Here's Vucevic. 14 points for him. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Toronto called for the foul.
And Fournier is highly skilled, a crafty European talent who's really fearless when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. I mean, he always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Clark, we all know you are one of the best players and maybe the greatest high school class ever. Guys who are now in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. What a list of names and great players.
Yeah, terrific players, and proud and privileged to be part of that class. 1979 is what you talk about. Dominique Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Terry Cummings. I could go on and on and on, but obviously some of those guys Hall of Famers and distinguished not just in what they did in high school and college and the pros, but in how many of them have lived their lives off the court too.
Now here's Carter Williams following the miss by Kyle Lowry. And it goes out of bounds. And last touch by Carter Williams. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. The shot by Lowry, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 8. Here's Carter Williams. Another miss by Orlando. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Siakam passes to Leonard. Hits the three-point bomb. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Vucevic trying to get open. And the basket by Isaac.
Well, you have to keep Isaac off the boards. I mean, when he's that close to the rim and has good position, he's a threat to grab a bunch of rebounds.
Toronto calls. He's checked in for Leonard. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Danny Green. And the Magic making a change here as well. Ross is checked in. Now, here's Lowry. He's got 9. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, and this team depends on Lowry. I mean, so skilled at creating shots for himself or his teammates.
For Toronto, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Ken Burge has checked in for the Magic. And that one misses. Orlando trailing here. Lowry brings the double. Fournier dishes to Carter Williams. Back to Fournier. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Fournier's got 5.
And it's hard to deal with Fournier if you're defending him. I mean, he makes good decisions, whether he's passing or shooting the ball, and that makes him hard to guard.
Foul for 3. Hands it from downtown. And the Raptors lead by 3.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Now, here's Vucevic. He's got 14. Here's Fournier, and again, it's Orlando converting.
Well, you can consider it automatic when Fournier gets some space to shoot from there.
Here's Van Vliet. Carter Williams covering. Gasol passes to Lowry. Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. Right side Gasol. Shot clock at 6. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. .131 left in the third quarter of the game.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Ross passes to Carter Williams, and it goes down 2 points. Carter Williams has got his first points of the game.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
And the basket by Lowry.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Fast break, Toronto. Foul. That's good. And it's a 4-point Raptor lead.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Carter Williams kicks to Fournier. 36 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Vucevic. Tries again, and the layup is up and in. Vucevic has got 16 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Lowry's shot is good.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Carter Williams kicks to Vucevic with 1 on the clock, and the layup is good. Vucevic has got 7 now in this quarter.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Kyle Lowry firing on all cylinders for the Toronto Raptors. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. We've got more NBA basketball. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we're are set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. They've got Lowry. Norman Powell is out there with Ibaka. And it's Siakam in at the 4. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Ibaka. Orlando grabs the miss. Ross with it, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Van Vliet. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Count the basket.
All that practice on the positioning and timing of the catch and shoot paying huge dividends for Ibaka.
And here's Augustine. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Siakam passes to Lowry. Got a piece of it. And now Orlando on the break. Augustine's running.
And that quick trigger of Augustine, not giving the defense any chance to block the shot off the pass.
Toronto calls timeout.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustment.
Critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
Some changes for Toronto. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Green in for Kyle Lowry. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Magic. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Evan Fournier. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. During that last break, I heard what the Raptors coach told to his team. He told his guys they've got the green light to keep shooting from downtown. He told them, I like the way you guys are working out there. Keep finding the open spaces on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots. We'll see if they step it up from here, guys.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Boy, the hustle by Vucevic, I mean, showing real commitment and investment on the glass and finding ways to come up with second-chance opportunities for his team. That's very impressive.
Down low. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And although Gordon had never won a dunk contest, there's no doubt that he is one of the league's most lethal artists in the air.
Yeah, he really is. Creative, great bounce and strength. Was recorded at the combine with a 39-inch vertical. I think he gets off the floor much higher than that at times. He's got great power and a good frame. You know, if you see Gordon coming down the lane with a step, you better run for cover if you don't want to be posterized.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Here's Van Vliet. It's stolen by Vucevic. And here comes Augustine late in the fast break. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there. Augustine making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
From deep, Green. And again, Toronto no up.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Count that one from Isaac.
Man, I like how poised Isaac is. Excellent calmness and control. That's impressive for a young guy.
Here's Van Vliet. To the middle. It's stolen by Vucevic. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Marc Gasol is checked in for Serge Ibaka. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Augustine, no luck.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. Here's Isaac. He's covered by Leonard. For 3, Fournier. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got assist number 8 now on the night. The Raptors have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Van Vliet tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Orlando's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Fournier's shot is off.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Gasol passes to Van Vliet. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 1. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Now, here's Vucevic. Rejected by Gasol. The drive by Green. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the Raptors. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Needed those and got it. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
.125 left in the fourth quarter. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Over Gasol. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Raptors leading by 3. The drive by Green. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. so he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big two-possession game now.
Orlando's gone 5 of 9 when they put up a 3-point shot tonight. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Over Gasol. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 14 points now in the second half.
And it's real easy to see why they turn to Vucevic when the game is close. I mean, he knows how to step up in the clutch. I'll tell you what, it does not matter who's shooting. The defense has got to be better at getting a hand up on long-range shooters. You've got to challenge the shot.
And here's Vucevic following Kyle Lowry's 3. And Gasol sends it back.
You really got to admire the reach of Gasol. He's excellent at utilizing those long arms of his to turn away shots.
Not completely over, but it's getting close.
Yeah, this one is ready to be put on ice. Not a whole lot they can do from here.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 5.
And, you know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it.
Both free throws good from Augustine. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And I like how scrappy and aggressive Lowry is on the court. And it's easy to see how much his teammates enjoy playing alongside him.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're trailing by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Vucevic against Gasol. Pulls up on the elbow. And Gasol sends it back. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors. It's stolen by Vucevic. Pass to Augustine. It's tipped. Now Gordon. Here's Isaac. So it's Toronto winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Mark, how do you break down what went well for your team in winning this game tonight?
Just a good all-around night. We believe that in the fourth quarter, I think we did a good job of, staying in the game. We just believe. On to the next one.
Yeah, this is a veteran team, and you guys showed your experience down the stretch. Thanks, Mark. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.